could see where we entered right there at 70.
Order filled.
Cancel that. We in 10 minutes, 8 minutes early. Looked at 70, 70 looked pretty holdable. We know where our TPs are within the range, where rangefinder finds finds where our entry should be, where our stop should be. You want to see some flipping at the book right within the next 2 minutes at 9:55. No, inflection point, major inflection point on CL is at 80, which we were mentioning. That should be a live execution right here on the ES. Right here, 9:55. There's the execution there, attempt to. We just executed live. Oh, hold on. I think I had some visitors. Hey Brandon, yeah, this is actual stream. Uh, oh, headset. My mic, so everything got blown out. Mr. Shine, everything got blown out by thing. I have a order in for Blue Yeti, but I have construction on the office going on. So when everything up and running, I need to go to help out my old company. They have technical tender to do. I used to be a field engineer for oil and gas contractor. I'm 37. I retired at 32. uh, yeah. So that's why most of this I using my gaming computer right now to actually stream, because just 2 days before Thanksgiving, you can see where 10 a.m. is. 2 days before Thanksgiving, I got the we installed a mini server and got malware to the death on 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 that side. So both of the computers still down, still working on getting in a server there, but cannot install the server. Had construction going out Friday. Those guys coming back sometime during this week, Thursday or Friday again, to finish up some construction of the next side of the office. So headset, you're getting a lot of static, I know that. I apologize. I'm using the demo to show you guys because I don't want to get in trouble with my broker, my trader platform for sharing stuff, plus the security reasons as stated. So what we're looking for is that fill for that area. You can see where the fill for the area from shape 2. Wanted to show you what the liquidity was, that is the return, that is the kill zone. It stops about here. Wanted to make sure we get in, so we got in at 70. Looking for that at least a minimum return to the deviation level on the bear side, and then manage through that. We got out of one of the 66 this morning, so this POC will be inflected, so be careful if you're trading. This is for educational purposes only. I do trade live, that's why you would see ask questions if we do joint upset, because we have a couple other guys coming in to more or less trade with us. We have like about a group of 4 or 5 of us that trade in the markets. We have one of us specializes in oil, one specializes in gold, and so I'm using 2 mouses mice right now. So one is for live execution. I use technically 3 screens to trade. We have, because trading crude and ES, 2 different thing. There's an exit there on the 65s, so the exit is at 65 for the initial side of that trade. So if you got in at 70, 72, 65,
Order
exit
filled.
For a first leg of your trade, that 65 came from here. Looking for the order flow to come down to minimum, that 61 test. Looking for the order flow 61 test. On that side, we have value area high from the composite, sold the 70s. You can see we took, how I trade oil is a bit differently to what you're doing. So you can see we had 70 as the entry for the oil trade. We know where the lockups are. We tried to take a single of 35 this morning, got stopped out, so we entered a double. That is not, I forget how that's called, adding stuff. We don't add stuff. We trade based on leverage. Based on leverage, order flow, what we could afford. So made some money last night on that dip. So yeah, you can see we want to get out of that value low. We know where we wanted, what we wanted to see happen in the market, what we wanted to see delta flip. Always when you enter any market, there are risks involved, so trade what you see. Trade small, trade smart. Looking for our order flow, you can see what the opening range is. We use a 5-minute opening range really for studies. You can see trade tightening here, right at opening kickoff level. Right there. We saw liquidity at 66 this morning and at 70, so we took our entry at 66. We know what time we wanted to execute our secondary. It was 5 minutes before. You got in on 72, you got in on the highs, and you could be smiling. Right now, we now wanted to be out of secondaries on the test of this node.
Order filled.
Right, one of the secondaries here, and we have the 56. We want to see a return to the 56 to the low side to complete a full profitable trade. We trade between 2 and 3 contracts, 3 and 3 contracts, because we made some money last night on that big dip. Was hoping to get some options traded, meaning that we wanted to get in some ES options for selling 90s. So selling 90s didn't quite get filled. You need to probably watch trade plan stuff. Our main target right now is at 56. 56 is our main point. We're looking for big execution. Monitor the oil. Oil might be dropped there. You need to clear off the 40. There is a 40 filled there.
Order filled.
Clean trade, very clean trade. On that is the high probability trade. You want to be 5 ticks above POC. You want to see this node come back into play again as we did yesterday. So that's why we have 10 as our exit. We know we have the VWAP above, so we need to monitor that. And we know why we wanted to clear off at 60. We saw 60 being the inflection point here, but so on secondaries, if you're trading more than one contract, that is where you look for order flow. Trade logically in the market. Logically is the most important thing in the market you need to look at. So we had one sell here, one that we got TP one of the 66 levels. We got stopped out on the 63 level, which was the aggressive entry. We know where our secondaries were, came into the kill zone, got the timing right, to sell off the market. I do trade Tesla, so I would like to see Tesla go down to 675 area for me to get our next entry. I have 35 more shares, 675 to 650 area. I need 35 shares remaining, maxed out at 75 shares, average entry 288. So get sit on our money and then sold some call options. If you go back in the past, you'll see Dan and I was having a chat about that, about the difference between selling calls and buying. Well, yeah, buying puts and selling calls. So we know the 63 is inflective, so we want to see continuation on that. You want to see high delta roll. You want to see high delta roll continuation. We're looking to leverage up on the market right now, meaning that we're looking at that 66 for a secondary entry. So we do have a single set right here right now on 66 as a working order for re-entry. You can see our stops where they're located. Using 7 points, we use bigger stops in the market, looking for that continuation trade. You can see we have VWAP. You'll see where that open market kickoff level was. If we do start a coil as we did yesterday, that's where issues arise. So that's why we got chopped up in the market for the most part yesterday. Got stopped on one and pulled the contract before the evening. Want to see that punch back up to the 66. You can see why we're looking at that 66. You can see where that level is right there. Want to see that fill, that punch there. It was 66. You want to see the POC drop down to this level right here. If we do get the 66 fill, you want to see more action in the market, actionable in the market there. 63 is an entry, but don't want to take it here as yet because it will put us right at the high. We want to be behind the high for where our stops are located. Oh, yeah, mic is pretty messed up. Don't know if the audio, let me see. Oh, I don't know if my volume output looks reasonable. Well, this is basic OBS. I'm not really a streamer. I need to fix a couple things on it. That will come when we do have stuff in and the office finish. Need to get networking cables in by next week. I need to get all my network cables in that office and then spec the server and make sure I'm putting security features. Indeed. Where's that dashboard? Doom 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 doom. Bum 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 bum. Reply to this. TP number 1. What the hell? Why does this show my stream offline? Weird stuff. Yeah, I just don't know what the hell happened there. It's weird. Yeah, so we're looking at getting back in at 65, 66. We'll do 60. Really bad at 66. Using bridge and all. But here. I was looking for the trade to continue to the downside. I had to check the YouTube ingest and stuff and check settings on this desktop. This desktop weird.
Order
Got locked
filled.
in right here at 66. We sold the 66. We close off most of our sell contracts from this high level point here. Sold off at 72s, made some money on that. Looked at this area here, or you can see 70 area there, looking pretty lock, and then the continuation to the downside. Pull the continuation trade. Yeah, thumbs back. You know, we were looking for the clean rotations. The 40 exit. Know why we exit the 40 right there. No wood. Concentrating on the ES. Yeah, the mic is pretty bad on this side. This is a headset. I don't know what the hell goes on with this, because on um Discord we do play a lot of games, video games. On Discord works pretty fine. Don't know why it is with the OBS, if it's a setting or something, but this is the execution over the idea. Right, yeah, it's them. Looking for the continuation where your stops are about market high, up market high. Looking for the roll to go down. Cleared out a couple good trades this morning. Position wise would be up on yes, a lot of money. Made, I think it's on lives. I have 1800 in the bank already. We had some from last night, so there's highest trading account is a rather large account, is $35,000 to use as a base for our ES account that is leveraged. Leverage in, leverage out. So the opening, you see the opening range trade. If you did get an opening range trade to the upside, pretty well done. I know Top Step teaches that strategy a lot. You can see your opening range trade, test of your opening node, exact 30-point entry, boom, made what, 10 points already. It's the same thing that we did on our side, just in the opposite way. We in at an average of 68 2 contracts. God. This is where you want to see the order rotation back to the downside. Looking at 61s as targets for that downward rotation, initial rotation, and hold it to the 56 for a complete continuation trade. If we do get trapped inside here, we got trapped. Boom, 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 boom. Right. So if it's a push and pull back guy, that is your entry right there at 60. And just look for the push to the downside, return profit 1, and profit 2 should be following VWAP. And you can see why we entered at 51.70. Value high, that's a micro composite structure. Micro composite high, got the first step, return, entry there. At 60 is a possibility. Yeah, well, stops at 52 for a certain reason. That is breaking the high, invalidates our trade. This is a good to close trade. Made with 30 points already this morning. Took 2 contract loss. No, yeah, it came up as a 2 contract loss, but we traded a single on live here. And we traded a double here. Go back to 5 minutes. So we know what will invalidate our trade right here. Our stops are on the actives at 74 above structure. Right there. This is the node we're looking at. This is what we're looking for. As average perfect entry is at 68 for us, for how we validate our stuff. Looking for the continuation trade. You can see we had 6 points to the stop side. Just looking to pinch off the 61s and 60s and look for the continuation to the downside. If we do get a 60, we'll be aggressive. If we do get that 60 aggressively, we'll look for this area here, which is node low at 53s. Try to eke out an extra points. If we're successful on that 61, look at 53s. This is where our adjustment is. Most important part of trading is management. Trade management is always important, and knowing where the breakout points are. You can see why entry there. If we do get the test of 70, we'll be re-entering on 70. Oh, I forgot to get my coffee. Sorry. Need coffee this morning. Was waking late last night trading. Sorry, the continuous work some orders out. Pretty good move last night to the downside. Clipped the same 70s last night after the initial push. After the initial push last night, we know validation and validation points, so we got in at 70 and went and watched a movie online. So you can see where we look at as your entry is at 68, where your stop should be. If it fails, it fails. You can see the range tightening up. So we expected a range play, more or less a range play, to get out of active first contracts. You can see CL should be reacting. There's a CL reacting there. It's called this clipping. Just want to see that order flow for the continuation. Want to see the breakout, this initial level here. This is nodal values here we were talking about yesterday. You can see where we identify nodes and nodes. Boom. Yeah, again I apologize about mic issues. And the accent does not help. I am from the Caribbean. Doom 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 doom. Why you build kill zones? Why you want to activate that trade? Want to see a clean break of that 40? You're sniping and you snipe that from 60 to 40. Pretty good snipe. So we're just looking for that 51.10. 51.10. What we have is the only thing we have in our way really is that VWAP. And we know 51 might be inflective, so we want to see that order flow pull back to the downside. I want to see a clean break of that 40. I want heavy delta. And heavy delta through that 40. If you did get a 60 clip there, very well done as a trader. Take a 20 points, run away. Make sure your stop loss are 80. Well, 1 to 1, then look for 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. And leverage on the outside. That's just a key of what the oil guy doing this morning. We just call him the brilliant one in the set. Because he trades oil high leverage, does pretty well, but just doesn't like to be online and stuff. He's like, yeah, you do what you want. Markets are active and volatile this morning, so you can see we locking up. We're locked. The trade might die off. Let's see what bond tells us. Where we wow, almost a million. That is that's a lot of contracts for this early in the morning on both the ES and the CF. You have active guys building position on the outside. I can show you the liquidity liquidity map. The liquidity map right now is heavily high liquidity at between 68 and 70. We choose our side. We know we wanted to be bears this morning. Was a little bit aggressive on the 0.5 deviation entry, got stopped out on the 0.5 deviation entry, got the 56 to fill on TP1, so and if you see this number here, you would know why this is set up there for secondaries. Haven't gotten clean breaker yet. Make sure we're gonna put a 5-minute chart, like the execution chart I use personally. You want to be clipping and snipping in the market here. You can see volume and delta dropping off a bit. A lot of activity in this area. Collisions. If you follow FT Trader, I learned a lot from watching videos from FT. One of the most brilliant guys outside there I know trading. He would be in this pullback for sure. And he leverages, or not leverages, about trades a lot of contracts as far as I know. I don't know him personally, but one of the best I've seen on YouTube and Twitter. He likes to call out guys for making calls. I'll be like, what? I just like to share what I'm doing. On a personal level, it is actually make me more responsible, because I cannot hide behind anything when you're trading live. Like I took it on the chin this morning on that 63s. Made back my money and then some. Yeah, we getting tight on this range. A lot of collagen, so this is where, yeah, either hold or let go. We tend to hold when we see collisions like this in the area for a while. Look at London close. Important times we're talking about timing and trading on one I market forecast or market reviews. Always look at your London close, New York open, Tokyo open and close. Always be aware in the market. Doom doom doom. Tesla is still going up. Up 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 up. uh, we just check out the what's up with the Nasdaq. Yeah, it's matching. That was a little bit weaker percentage wise. And you don't have much of a difference between that. Volatility is up. And the dollar is a bit stronger. So this is stuff you need to be aware of in the market. Let me see if anything coming across news. We had CPI this morning, but it's showing a little bit weaker. A month on month. See what's up. Coronavirus, that would check the market. CPI number. $10.04. Market found that just before that trade off the technical number. Look to be bearish. There's a fall through, clean break. Want to see that delta fall through the floor so that I get out of that trade. Doom doom doom. Don't know what is with alerts on this computer. I need to check settings. Oil performing pretty well this morning. You use measures, always use measures. Now we use target setting wise for those who like to follow trades. I mean, love the mash gas when you're up. You can see where your value area low is. Where's your There's your value area low right here. How you identify where you do close your trades. You want to be just before that. You can see where the node where we identified. That's if we are lucky and we get down to that level. Always remember, trading always has risk. Being greedy and being too greedy is always a possibility in the market. Trade with measured risk. Always trade with measured risk. Always trade what you see in the market. Let's see, I can break our view up. You can see the trade slowed down considerably. Volume got sucked out of the market for the most part. Somebody is leaning on the market. Somebody has iceberg somewhere, somehow, pulling in the market. After a while, you just actually see it. I'm looking at my book map, so that's why probably can see a couple things outside there that's not noticeable. You can see why that pre-up is my area of concern. That's the close there. Looking for value, looking at the node, looking at what we could pull out of the market, know where potential areas we could get ripped up in. We know the 5180 was inflective. We just want to make sure that we could actually get through a couple things today. Again, this area is important. 40 was important. Close is important. Those are potential areas where this trade could be stopped. Just following the order flow. You can see there are a lot of leans in this market. Market is balancing and tightening up. Want to see that London close. So you know we have like 1 hour till London closes. Want to see what direction the market takes to make that decision. Yeah, I might well been streaming for an hour, so hope you guys had a good training morning. I'll be heading out there. Okay guys, bye. Need to take care of some stuff.